Hi everyone, my name is Jen and just wanted to quickly introduce myself. I'm looking forward to hopefully a productive and learning summer. So when you're talking about fair use and copyright, I feel like the hardest part about being a teacher is that it's not really black or white, but rather a huge gray area that's mainly a judgment call. According to the video Copyright Basics for Teachers by Royce Kimmons, there were four kind of main categories to determine if the material was acceptable to be used. So one of the things he talked about was, of course, your purpose. Like, what are you going to use it for? Is it different than what it was originally made for? What was the nature of it? I feel like as a teacher, the most important thing is the amount of material. Are you just going to take a small movie clip to kind of intro and grab students' attention, or are you going to show the whole movie? And then impact on the market from your use of the material. Would it hurt the creators and authors' ability to sell it? And that's what I feel like many of us don't really think about as teachers is how it affects the original creators. Um, the video, as well as the other articles that were available this week, really made me stop and think about my own personal use of the materials. I have made worksheets using problems from the textbook, and I posted them to my website for students and parents to see. And I now feel like because it's from the textbook, I should really set those settings on Google to be anyone within my school domain to have access versus the public, because technically anyone can get those textbook questions. Furthermore, like when I'm creating lessons and smart boards, I always try to make it more visually appealing and I like to put pictures on there, but I don't think that I have been following those copyright laws when I providing those pictures to students. So I think that's kind of important to stop and think about. As far as the F pattern study, I thought that was really fascinating by Jacob Nielsen. I think that the results are 100% accurate. I know myself I've fallen into patterns that he described where I read the first couple sentences, then I kind of scroll through after I get bored a little bit, read kind of the middle, and then maybe if I was interested in what the opening had to say, I'll go all the way to the end. Otherwise, it's nope, move on to the next thing. So I feel like that's really important when we're thinking about making stuff for our students. Um, I realize, they're only going to read certain words. And I always get mad when they say, well, what am I supposed to do next? I'm like, well, why didn't you read the directions? And so maybe they're falling into the classic F pattern. And I need to make sure that the most important things kind of flow within that pattern, knowing what they're gonna read and what they're gonna retain. So those were my takeaways from the readings this week. I'm interested to see what you guys have to say about them.